things got really ugly really quickly. Let's talk about Quad.
And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I want to put my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie?
Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for the Quad. This is season 2, episode 6. Like I said, things got real ugly real quick. But let's go ahead. At the ending of the last episode, we saw that at this point, Bryce and Cedric are actually pledging to the fraternity. Well, it seems as though everything that has to do with this, they're holding everything about Bryce over Cedric's head to keep Cedric in line. And they're just basically going to give them a hard time. They're going to have a hard time, period. It is what it is. Cedric really is not here for the bullshit. But again, they keep holding the success of Bryce over Cedric's head. I'm like, this is not going to end well. Anyway, Eva goes ahead and goes to her meeting. She has this meeting with the other school, the white Atlanta, what is it, the ATL State College or whatever they are. And she's there for a meeting. The students actually have a rally that is actually planned, but then end up figuring out that she's not going to even be at the school, that she would be over at the ATL State College. They decide to get on a bus, a school bus, and take the rally on down there to that campus. And they were met by white students who came in there and literally incited a riot. They were calling them the Monkey College and all of this stuff and just all of this racist shit. And then some girl ended up taking and cracking Madison in the head with a beer bottle. Just hit her upside her head with a beer bottle. Then somebody attacked Bo John. I'm like, are you kidding me? Because they kept telling, they had actually approached the both of them, telling them, what do you got to do with this and all these blacks and this, that, and the other? Try to attack them, and the kids went off, honey. They was out there kicking ass and taking names. In the midst of it, Cedric actually enters into because Eva came out, the president of that school came out, which is a black woman as well. She came out, and they were listening to Eva a little bit, but not a whole lot. And they were like, she was, stating the facts that I don't want anybody to get hurt, this, that, thing, and the other. None of this is worth all of that. I'm actually in here trying to get the answers for the questions that you all have. You got to trust me. You know what I mean? I am an ally. And the other president, she said, yes, she said, you all have the most, the best ally that you could actually have. You're not giving your president a chance. She's in here trying to straighten things out and get questions answered that you all have. You got to be, cool with her. And then she said to my students, I'm definitely going to seek the proper channels to make sure that everybody who was at fault here is handled. She was embarrassed, very embarrassed to her people. Cedric actually enters into this situation because naturally the people listen to Cedric, and then he threw out, Eva's actually going to get on the bus with us and ride back on the bus with us. And she was looking like, I ain't told you I wanted to get on no goddamn school bus, but she did. And they actually had some good dialogue on there. In the midst of that, Sydney and Madison squashed their beef as well. And Madison said, it's nice to know even, no matter what we're going through, it's nice to know that you always have my back. And she told her, yeah, no matter what, it is what it is. So they hugged it out. Then we have Cedric runs into Noni. Noni, remember, is best friends with Cedric's ex. She's also friends with Ebony. Cedric slept with Ebony at the last situation. goes up and says something to him and Noni. They have this whole exchange, and she's saying, you know, you got a whole mess going on with my best friend and my other good friend, and I don't know how you maneuver all these girls and make all this mess and you're okay with it. And he stated to her, Ebony was fine. Ebony was cool. She didn't want anything more than that. It was what it was. We both got what we wanted, this, that, and the other. She's like, yeah, whatever. And she walked on off. He went on and he talked to Ebony, and she was going on, and they get to a little thing back and forth, and then she finally admits to having feelings for him, baby. And next thing you know, baby, he was all over her. I said, to my, why didn't you tell me? Ready to get there. I said, yes, Miss Ebony, you got him, girl. That's a wrap. She got him. She got hold to him. She just sunk her teeth into him. That's the end of that. Then he ended up having to hurry up and run out because Bryce had actually come and said, we got to go. Whatever. So we'll see what happens with that. Now, Ty and Bojan are beefing. They just been beefing. Remember, because she was talking to the other guy at the party, and that's what threw Bojan all off and all this. All this time, Junior never knew that Ty and Bojan were actually getting down, okay? Remember, they kept it a secret. And a lot of it had to do, like Ty told, because she didn't want people to know because Bojan was white, and also because he was a football player, and she used to date the head of the football team before she don't want to look like a slut and all of that. And then we found out there was an issue because Junior used to have a crush on Ty. So that was an issue. So we'll be looking to see what more comes out of their little situation. So after all of that, Sydney and Eva actually end up getting into it because Eva wants to know, why the hell was Sydney even at the rally? And said, did you not think that it would look badly that my daughter was there looking like she was opposing me? You know, she's like, that wasn't what I was doing at all. I was trying to gather all the information and still stand my ground with the school, but I wasn't against you. You know, it was what it was. And she's saying, you know, how the school has been, the student body was so good to her when she went through her rape and all of that. Just with being her backup, you know, being her backbone and sitting with her and different things like that. And he was like, okay, so that kind of shedded a light on some of it. She showed Eva the video footage that she had. She also prepared some piece of video footage that she's going to release, which should actually help with the plight of the school as well. Okay, so let's go back to this line mess where Bryce came to get Cedric. They took all of them that were online, the 6 of them, out into the woods and tried to make them drink some juice that they made from tomato soup and old nasty jock straps, and then left them out there in the woods. And I'm like looking and I'm seeing this mess. I'm like, Cedric is not for this mess at all. He is so not here for it. That's just a whole mess. So I'm waiting to see what's going to be said from there about that. Last thing, Bojan is actually worried about his position on the football team. There's another little boy that's supposedly coming there soon, and Bojan's worried about him for some reason. I think he's really, really good or something. He must be a really fierce quarterback, and Bojan's a little nervous about his position. So that's going to be very interesting. Very, very interesting. But that's it. That's basically all that really went on with the quad. Yeah, more to come. All right, catch you guys next week.